ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to First Reflections, where I react to stuff and try to be entertaining at the same time. Can we just freaking go? Like, I'm just ready to freaking go. I don't even want to do like an intro or prelude or like introduction or nothing. I just want to go straight into this episode because I have a feeling that this is the most hyped up episode of the Owl House Season 2 so far. And if you want to know why I know that, well, here's a little story. I went to bed last night. The Owl House spoilers was trending on Twitter. I woke up this morning, it was still trending, and I'm recording this video kind of late in the day, and it is still trending. People are eating this episode up like freaking slice of toast and jam and orange juice in the morning. People are loving this episode to death. I think the last time that an episode was like this hyped up was Enchanting Gromfrite back in Season 1. And if this is a case of history repeating itself, I'm gonna take a guess that this episode is gonna have two very important things. First of all, it is going to just have a ton of Lumity stuff. There's gonna be like a lot of Lumity interactions and cuteness and blushing and, you know, all the stuff that the Lumity fans like to see. There's gonna be some great character interactions because they have some fantastic chemistry in my opinion. And the second thing is that it's just gonna be a really well-written story, a really well-written episode, because here's the thing, Enchanting Gromfrite is not just good because of the Lumity stuff, it's also a really well-written story. The story's fantastic, the drama's excellent, the comedy's fantastic. They put together all of the character arcs and all the character interactions that have been building up throughout the season. It's like a celebration of all the things that they did in Season 1. It's just such a fantastic episode. And I'm really hoping that Through the Looking Glass Ruins gives me the same kind of just pure enjoyment that I got while I was watching that episode. So I'm not going to be wasting any more time, no more words, no more talking, let's get right to it. I am spoiler free as usual, let's take a trip through the Looking Glass Ruins. Gus tries to impress a group of cool kids from Glandis High, while Luce and Amity journey into the most dangerous section of the library. Now, obviously, the main plot of this episode is that Luce and Amity are going to journey into the library, probably to find more information about the first human that ever came to the Boiling Isles, because that was established in the last episode. When Gwendolyn was talking to Luce, she said, you know, you're not the first human here. There was somebody before you, and you might be able to find something of his if you go into the library. So we're basically going to be getting another kind of Luce and Amity library episode a la Lost in Language, and I'm really hoping that they have some great interactions, they have some great chemistry together, they go on a little adventure, they grow as characters, they grow as a couple, they just have a lot of great times together. I love Luce and Amity episodes. They're just so sweet and so nice, and I'm really hoping that we get more answers as to who this human is, that first human that ever came to the Boiling Isles. I've got this kind of underlying suspicion that it might be Belos, or at least like one of his ancestors or something, because, you know, I've still got my theory going strong that Belos and the Titan kind of formed this symbiotic relationship, you know, where Belos is like trying to resurrect the Titan, and, you know, maybe he's trying to say, hey, you know, if you resurrect me, I'll be able to take you home and all that kind of stuff. And maybe that would explain why Belos has been able to live for so long and all that kind of stuff. Unless that's not Belos, maybe that's like one of his ancestors or something. But I've still got a firm belief that Belos is the first human, but we're gonna have to see. I haven't seen the episode yet, so I don't know, maybe this will confirm it. Maybe it'll send me in a whole different direction. We're gonna have to see. And speaking of the first human, I really got to give credit to whoever came up with that title, Through the Looking Glass Ruins. I have a feeling that that's like an Alice in Wonderland reference, because Alice in Wonderland is kind of the same thing as the Owl House. You know, you got a human, and they go to a fantasy world, and they kind of try to find their way home and all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's unintentional, maybe I'm just looking too deep into it, but I kind of like the whole thing, like Alice through the looking glass, you know, human, fantasy world, trying to find their way home. It kind of links up. If that title was intentional, whoever came up with that is a genius. And then, of course, there's the B plot where Gus is like trying to, like, you know, impress the Glandis kids and all that kind of stuff. And I will say this right now, there was one spoiler that I did see. It was an official spoiler. It was kind of like a Disney meet the cast kind of thing, where they kind of like showed us the voice actors of the Glandis kids. A lot of them have never been in voice acting before, which is super cool. We get to see more people like coming into the industry and all that kind of stuff. But I did notice that the girl named Bria was actually voiced by Felicia Day. And I really like Felicia Day. She's been in a lot of projects. She was Betty in Adventure Time, and she was Pear Butter in MLP, among other roles, but those are the two I know her best for. I really like her voice. It's great to see her joining the Owl House family. It's great to see the other two guys too, kind of like coming in, you know, fresh people to the Owl House family and, you know, voicing new characters. That's super cool. And the way they look and the way they sound and the way they describe them, it's not just going to be like a palette swap of like, you know, Luce, Willow, and Gus again. It's not just going to be the three of them again. They look like their own individual characters. Hopefully we'll be having a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what we're going to be doing with them. Hopefully they'll be fun characters. And of course, I'm also also glad that Gus is getting another chance in an episode because I do love Gus. He's a really great character. I got nothing against him as a protagonist, but Something Ventured, Something Framed in Season 1 was kind of like, not really all that impressive. Even the most die-hard Owl House fans agree that was one of the weaker episodes of Season 1. You know, it wasn't really all that interesting. You know, the Ida plot kind of overshadowed Gus's plot, and there was a lot of really simple solutions to the problems that they presented in that episode. Like, why didn't they just hold a meeting outside of school? Like, why did you have to do it in school? Like, hey, I'm the president, we're gonna have a meeting outside of school after school hours, you know, and then Luce can show up, she can confirm that I'm right, everything's right with the world. We don't even have to worry about Luce being wanted being a problem. We can just have our meeting and we don't have to worry about that. That was such a simple solution, but I'm really hoping that this episode is gonna kind of like give him the starring role that we all know he deserves, because Gus deserves a good starring role. And we see him doing things like, you know, shooting the fireball in the trailer and all that kind of stuff, so it seems like he's going to be maybe exploring other types of magic. Maybe Luce is going to give him his glyphs, and he can kind of like experiment with those. He can do different magic types, and maybe he'll discover something about himself that even he didn't realize, and it'll be a cool little self-discovery thing for him. That'll be cool. Okay, so let's cut the chatter and get right to the episode. I'm super excited to see what this episode is going to be about. Let's hope that it lives up to the hype. We are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go!
That angered the pixies and they attacked Willow.
Oh no! Is Willow okay?
Good with it.
It was an honest mistake.
Gus, you can't judge your entire self-worth on one mistake. You're gonna make mistakes, buddy. Oh. Or maybe you can. I don't know. What do I know? Aw, the Batgirl Coven shirt. Aw, that's a cute callback.
It's Gus the Illusion Master. Please leave a message.
Gus is pretending to be awesome at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep.
You want me to sing for you?
Aww. Aw, I sent her little get well illusions. That's adorable.
Did we do bad?
When do we tell her I love you? Oh wait, we're not supposed to do that yet.
I haven't been doing a good job of it.
Ah, someone wants to spy on her girlfriend.
Just so... you know...
You see, this is why the Coven system is a bad idea. People have second guesses about their life choices every day. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys took care of that monster like it was nothing. Nice.
Thank you, mysterious heroes.
Stay safe out
I'll
there.
keep you in my prayers always. I love you.
Plants, it was nothing.
Nah.
Yeah, it took Luce and Amity a whole episode to take down one of those things. You guys are awesome. Oh no, not Bartholomew again. Speaking of Something Ventured, Something Framed, another thing that's best left in the past.
Guys,
Luce, no eavesdropping on your friend's plot. Go do your own plot.
no problem.
Ah, she did give him her glyphs. Okay, so that's how he's gonna do those kinds of spells. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Ah, someone's got a crush on Bree. Okay, so maybe there's gonna be 2 ships in this episode then.
Goods. Oh, eat it.
Yeah, nothing's more dangerous than paddle balls. Those things will eat away at your life, trust me.
Come on, give it back.
Ah, Amity with her hair down, cute.
Give me back my... Hey,
Hey,
Liz.
Ooh, you're spying, aren't you?
Amity?
Oh, you're checking out more than books at this library, ain't
I'm
you?
looking for skincare. I have a date tonight.
Oh, you got a date? Congrats, dude. Shower, shave, show up. Gotta treat your lady right.
People that
Or your guy right.
Are they back? Here you
Ah, 2 gay tomato babies. Ah, I love it. It's adorable.
My staff card should be able to open those doors.
Wait, how can your staff card open the doors? I thought you said only the master librarian could go in there.
Well, let's snuff.
Is this whole episode just gonna be the 2 of them being blushing messes? If it is, I'm totally down for that.
And make my own butterfly sanctuary.
I could create the biggest...
I would love a giant butterfly sanctuary. I vote that he gets the stone.
Sorry.
Oh, bam! Fireball. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Oh, there's the Grim Reaper ice cream cone lantern guy from the trailer. Okay, so he must be the head librarian.
We're getting that diary.
The second she said, I'd like to show you around the human world one day, I was like, nope, we're doing this mission. I don't care. Forget the threat. Love is worth it.
I gotcha.
Playing with any more bugs, I'll make you eat them.
Aw, don't make him meet his friends. He wants to build a sanctuary, not a restaurant. Holy cow!
I can't believe it.
You can make a skyscraper in a day if you had one of those things.
For high-def party tricks?
Oh, even she's like low tier. Illusions are cool. Can you guys like stop low tiering illusions? Illusions are awesome. We found the journal. Aw, no. Just like in all Disney productions, the mouse ruins everything.
I'm just like super disappointed in you. Like, I can't even access these fans right now. Gosh, it's so hard.
I'm like, oh my god, I mean, I can't believe that you went into the section without my permission. I'm gonna have to like totally fire you.
Stupid things, and I wish it didn't.
Love makes you do stupid things, Amity. It's just, that's just how it works sometimes.
I don't.
No, no, confess! Hug, do something! No! You missed the perfect opportunity!
I am the keeper.
Oh, it's like an old illusion guy. He kind of reminds me of like Torvald from Paladins.
Useless illusionist.
Stop calling illusions useless. They're awesome. Come on.
Man-eating detention pit.
Oh, he actually remembers that. Oh, okay. Okay, so Bartholomew's cool. Good. Oh, come on. Okay, defiling graves is one thing, but destroying the gravestones, come on. That's going too far. It's literally just him with a mustache. Wow, he must be really stupid if he's falling for that.
Isn't my magic working?
Oh! You broke the gravestones, now they're gonna break you.
No.
Gus, that was incredible. Ah, who says illusions are useless now? You scared the tar out of her.
Squirt.
Yeah, friends might be pushing it a little. I see more like Willow and Amity's situation. It's like, it's a start. They're starting to become friends.
How's it look?
Looks like you're
Wait, did she
about to
dye
get into
purple?
big trouble with Mom. Ow.
Ooh!
But it's different.
She looks so
Mom always liked it
cute!
green.
Oh, we stand purple hair, Amity. Ah, this is so cute.
And
Yeah, let your sister be cute.
looks like you made a new hate you.
I didn't want people getting access to spoilers too quickly, so I ate the diary.
And can play back.
Oh, anything it eats, it remembers. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's like the silhouette style. Like in Adventures of Prince Ahmed? Have you guys ever seen Adventures of Prince Ahmed? That's the same animation style.
Sneaking into people's hearts.
She kissed her! Oh! Yes. Okay, now I know why this episode got such a big buzz, because of that. Yes! Okay, so that was Through the Looking Glass Ruins. Guys, you gotta stop making like 10 out of 10 episodes. If you keep making 10 out of 10 episodes on like a consistent basis like you've been doing with these, I'm gonna have like nothing to talk about. It's like, I review these seasons episode by episode. If it's all 10s, nothing's gonna be surprising. Oh man, but overall, was that episode like worth the hype? Yes. Was it a fantastic episode? Yes. Is it my new favorite episode of the season? Probably. Wow. Okay, so let's go over this piece by piece again. Let's go over all the parts. So the Gus stuff kind of took up the majority of the episode, was mostly about his adventure with like the Glandis kids. That was a really, really fun adventure. I love the whole idea of the fact that the Looking Glass Ruins are essentially a illusionist graveyard. I guess I should have picked up on that because, you know, Looking Glass, you know, it's like a mirror, like illusions and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of like maintained by this old bearded like illusionist, this really old one. He's got like a kind of cracked mirror logo on his chest. I thought that was kind of cool. He seems like a fun character. He seems like a cool guy. And the fact that Gus was basically able to show them all that illusions do have worth. He has worth. He has to prove. It's like everybody looks down on illusions because like, oh, it's just something that's not really there. It's something fake. You basically just make a little projection of like an image or something. No one's gonna be scared of that. No one's gonna take that seriously. But he proved just how dangerous illusions can be, because here's the whole thing. Illusions are not as physically powerful as like beastkeeping or construction or any of the other covens, but what it does, it can mess with you mentally. It can trick you mentally and emotionally. That's even more powerful than any physical damage that throwing a rock can do. If you use an illusion properly, you can outwit any opponent or any enemy you can. You can emotionally scar them. You can like mentally mess with them. Illusions, in my opinion, are one of the most powerful types of magic on the Boiling Isles you can possibly use. And Gus proved that when he did that whole like 3-part thing where he like got all the kids away and it completely messed with Bria, which was just hilarious. Bria turned out to be a lot lot more nasty than I thought she was gonna be. Like, I thought she was just gonna be kind of like a cute little, like, kind of side romance thing with Gus, kind of like, you know, flirting with him and hanging with him and everything, but no, she turned out to be a total jerk. Because we do find out at Glandis, instead of Hexside, where, like, everyone's kind of on equal footing, Glandis essentially, like, the mighty will always conquer. It's almost like a school of bullies. Like, the more powerful you are, the higher your standing in the school is. It's like, the more you push people around and kind of, like, dominate them, the higher your standing in school is. I don't really agree with that system. I think everybody should really be on equal footing, but, you know, survival of the fittest, that's how it works. And Bria really proved just how, like, domineering she is. Even I know his name's not Bartholomew. I know it's, like, something else. I forget his name, but the way she just kind of pushed him around and was essentially like he was her lackey and everything like that, it was interesting. And speaking of Bartholomew, I'm really glad that he got a little extra character development. They called back to Something Ventured, Something Framed, where Gus essentially rescued him from the giant detention monster and everything like that. And then they're kind of like on better footing right now. He was just kind of making fun of illusions to kind of fit in with the crowd. It's like, you know, if he says illusions are cool, then, you know, then Bria and all the other ones are going to kind of jump down his throat and, like, maybe kick him out of the group. It's like, because like I said, in Glandis, if you're not the most powerful, people are going to step all over you. And he didn't want to get stepped on all over. That's why he was like, you know, illusions suck, illusions are terrible, you know, illusions are the weakest form of magic, but he didn't really believe that. Well, when it was just him and Gus, he talked to him and he said, you know what, I used to think illusions were bad, but you proved me wrong because you showed how powerful they could be, and he just proved again how powerful they could be. So I think that this was a way better Gus episode than Something Ventured, Something Framed, because it really dug not just into Gus as a character, but also the kind of magic he has and, like, his feelings of inferiority, because the fact that he kind of skipped up 2 grades in school and, like, he's made a lot of mistakes, he even hurt his friend. I mean, Willow wasn't even in this episode. She was out of commission because of the whole Pixie incident. So it really did dive into how Gus feels and how he functions and, like, how the uselessness of his magic kind of ties into how useless he feels as a person, like when he makes all those mistakes and everything. I think that's really glad. And then he went to the graveyard and he kind of got, like, reassurance that when you use it properly, illusions can actually be one of the most powerful types of magic there is. So I think this was a fantastic Gus episode. Great side plot. What do you call it? The Glandis kids were really fun, and I'm really glad that Bartholomew got a little extra character. And the Looking Glass Ruins as a location, again, is really freaking cool. Like, an illusionist graveyard and these stones that can, like, amplify magic and everything like that. Really great design. And, like, the Guardian itself was an illusion and all that kind of stuff. It was really freaking cool. Really great setting, really great story. Gus was awesome. The Glandis kids were awesome. Really freaking cool. And I can't, like, get through this without talking about the Lumity stuff. The Lumity stuff wasn't, like, super prominent or anything, but it was so freaking cute. Like, the two of them just mutually blushing and just kind of hanging out together. Amity, like, immediately going into the library and saying, it's like, oh, you're gonna show me around the human realm? Okay, well, you know what? Forget all the danger, forget all my doubts. Let's just go straight through. Power of love, baby. That was adorable and all that kind of stuff. The fact that she dyed her hair purple, you know, I was a proponent for Amity keeping her brown hair. I thought brunette Amity was adorable. This is even cuter. Like, freaking purple-haired Amity is so cute. I can't even express it. That design, that hair suits her so well. And it's another example of how she's finally going against her parents' wishes and becoming her own person, because that was one of the biggest visual signifiers that she was still under her parents' control. The fact that her hair was green. They dyed her hair green so she could color code with her siblings. But now, no more. I'm dyeing the hair my color, my way. You know, everything my way. I'm doing it my way now. I'm not listening to my parents. And I think that is just phenomenal. That's like a big visual signifier that she is finally becoming more independent and she's doing her own thing. I'm so proud of my girl. I'm so proud of who she's become. And yes, he got the kiss on the cheek, which I'm sure that's probably what made this episode, like, explode. The fact that technically not the first Lumity kiss, like you know, lip-on-lip kiss, but it was like a lip-on-cheek kiss. It's technically the first Lumity kiss. That's probably one of the things that made everybody explode with joy. And I can't deny it was freaking adorable. I squeed a lot. It was super nice and all that kind of stuff. So super cute moments between the two of them. I'm glad they had a nice adventure together. It would have been nice if it was the main plot. It was mostly the Gus plot that took over the episode, but it would have been nice if there was more Lumity stuff. But what we did get between the two of them, super cute, super nice. Really liked it. The fact that Luce went through all of that, like, torture and, like, trials in order to just get her employment back, I thought that was really nice. And based on that little, like like film strip kind of thing that they played on the mouse to kind of show exactly what this human is from. His name is Philip, by the way. Exactly what Philip did when he came to the human realm. First of all, I love that silhouette art style. It reminds me so much of The Adventures of Prince Ahmed, which is actually one of the first animated films ever made. It's really look up The Adventures of Prince Ahmed. It's like for the time that it came out, super late then, the style is iconic and it's super interesting, and I'm really glad they kind of mimicked that style in this one. And secondly, we found out that he was the one who was building the portal to try and get home, and he's the one who wrote the journal and everything. Listening to his kind of like British accent and like the ponytail and anything, the way he looked, I'm still convinced that that was Belos or like one of Belos's ancestors. The way it sounded, it looked like he was in like the 1800s or something, so super long ago. That could technically still be Belos because the Titan was dead at the time, so maybe when he combined with the Titan was able to like extend his life or something and like keep him alive to this day. If he was in the 1800s, it would be like 200 plus years, but maybe when he fused with the Titan was able to use his life force to keep Belos alive. That would make total sense. But whether it's Belos or not Belos, it's cool to see more about the new human. I'm hoping that we get more information later on because it's really interesting stuff. And last thing, probably the best joke in the episode, probably the whole season, was when the librarian came out and busted Luz and Amity. He was the guy with like, you know, the cloak and everything and the one eye and the lantern. He was kind of like a Filch looking guy, which is, again, probably another Harry Potter reference. You know, like Filch always kept guard over the forbidden section in Harry Potter, and you kind of got this guy keeping guard over the forbidden stacks and everything like that. But the time we heard him talk, and he had almost like a very low-key, almost like a Valley Girl kind of voice. It's like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that, you know, you would do this, Amity. You know, I trusted you and all that kind of stuff. I can't believe you would do this. I gotta take away your card, girl. I can't, girl. I can't anymore. You're not employed. You gotta get out of here. You can't read to the kids. You just gotta go. I can't even look at you right now. That was probably the funniest joke all season. That was fantastic. And again, it was nice that Luz went through all those trials to get her employment back, because it's clear that she does love reading to the kids and all that kind of stuff. It's nice to see Amity just happy. Seeing Amity happy just makes me happy. That's the best way to put it. So yeah, that was a fantastic episode. Absolutely loved it. Is it my new favorite? I don't know. I think it might be tied with Echoes from the Past at this point, because both of those are 10 out of 10. I'm gonna have to think really hard about this one. I'm gonna watch it again, see if I missed anything. I'm gonna get this reaction uploaded as quickly as possible. My voice is completely gone right now. It was even gone a little bit at the beginning of the reaction, but hopefully you guys don't mind a little bit of a gargly voice. But I had to watch this one. I had to get this up as soon as possible. I was more hyped to watch this than any episode so far, and it completely exceeded my expectations. 10 out of 10. Amazing episode, super cute, super great. Gus got a good plot, Lumity got a good plot. I just can't wait. I can't wait to upload this and like edit this and put this all together. I'm so ready to get this going, because this was such an amazing episode. I can't wait to like share my thoughts with all you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go edit this. I'm gonna take a freaking cough drop because, like I said, my voice is gone. But either way, this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and we'll see what happens next week. The Owl House is starting to get incredibly good. It started off good anyway, but now it's like really, really getting good. Like, we're only a quarter of the way through the season, and I like want to know everything. They're planting these tiny seeds of plot. Like, here's a little bit about King. Here's a little bit about Belos. Here's a little bit about the island. Here's a little bit about, you know, Amity and her parents. They're doing like little seeds planted here and there to kind of like show you, hey, here's just a little hint of what we're going to give you, but you're going to have to form your own conclusions because we're not telling you yet. They're planting this garden of tiny seeds of plot, and they're all going to sprout into amazing flowers, like probably during the second half of the season, and I cannot wait for that. I'm super excited to see what's going to happen. So that's all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm always happy to read them. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon. I'm going to get this uploaded as soon as possible, and we'll get to see what happens next week in a brand new episode. So thank you for joining me, First Reflections, and I will see you all later. So take care. Bye.